So they're hoping to do the same, no doubt, this year.
I tell you what, this is a different set of circumstances to some time ago, Michael Voss. You've wandered around here. If there was a flood, you could have walked across it. The Carlton faithful are that excited with you. Great to have you here. Well done. How excited are you?
Oh, really excited. So took the drive in, seen all the Carlton beanies and the scarves and all the shirts out. So it's a sea navy blue, that's for sure.
It is. I'm going to let the boys loose on you. We were here last night and watched Collingwood. I know you sat at home, I guess, and watched it 90,000 plus. And your experience as a finals performer, finals captain, premiership captain, how can you convey the significance of this to your group who haven't been here for 10 years?
Yeah, I don't know whether you can sort of convey the whole picture, but what you can convey is that I think this is the part you enjoy the most as a player, is that once all the coaches out of the way and he said what he had to say, and all that narrative and talk around meeting the finals for the first time, it's just the captain and the players are left, and they got to go out and get a job. And that was the last message I gave him, was just this is the favourite part, is that all the noise, all the talk, are we good enough, aren't we, all the history that's there, it's all gone. It's just now you versus Sydney Swans, and you've got to get after it. You've
been out here a few times in September. I saw 19 times for 15 wins. Not a bad ratio, but I reckon that would have taught you a little bit about what's expected. You've gone for bigger, stronger bodies tonight. Is that a deliberate decision in terms of selection?
I think we got to the back end of last week and we had a bit of a muck around with a few things, and we felt, well, coming to finals, we want to lean into our strengths, and so we've played the two rucks for most of the year where we've been able to, and we've been a better version because of it. Obviously, everyone's spoken about our stoppage and clearance game. We obviously want to get plenty of looks forward to the ball. I think people underestimate us in the defensive transition part of the game, to be honest with you. So, but the Swans will put that to test tonight.
What's been the major turnaround, that turnaround in form? What part of the games, especially internally, you've spoken about that's really improved?
Oh, every single player's spoken about our contest and pressure, and I heard Voss talk about it even during the week around the brand of the Sydney Swans and around contest and pressure. So I think I know what's coming tonight. There'll be two teams that'll be going at it pretty hard. The other part, I think, is that we've playing a lot, more selfless brand of football. We've identified our roles. We've spoken about Charlie and Cripper, but it actually hasn't been our individual brilliance that's got the job done. It's been the roles that our players have been able to do, and we've had a transformation when it comes to that regard, because Cunningham's having an influence, Foggy's having an influence, Motlop, who's playing sub tonight, has had an influence for us. So these guys are doing a job and they're setting up the ground for us.
And it seems to be the case once the home and away season's done and final start, all those individual accolades that players might be gunning for go out the window, and you do become a little bit more selfless. Sydney tonight, what's the one thing that maybe worries you in the coach's box about their strengths?
Oh, their ability to energise the ball and keep it in motion. We know that that's going to be a factor. So clearly they defend really well. You get to finals, you expect it to be really tight, as you saw last night. Two teams that defend very, very well, but we're going to have to manage their ball speed. We expect that they're going to get a bit of it tonight, but as long as we're managing the ground, as long as we're covering the right parts of the ground and we can move well together, and then we should be okay.
Do you look to manage that through personnel maybe, and you look at it, their halfbacks that maybe create that, or a Gordon, or is it more the way that you move the ball in the positions that you set up without the ball?
It's more when you don't have the ball and your positions, and what parts of the ground are you covering. Obviously, clearly they like to activate the ball around when they take a mark, so we're going to have to manage that because they get a lot of runners off that play. So that's one aspect of the game, but look, we're going to have a balanced profile tonight. Clearly, it's built off the back of contest pressure, but all phases are going to have to be on.
Take us into the mindset of a Paddy Cripps. He's played his whole career and he hasn't been able to get out here. Yeah. He's made for it.
Oh, yes, but he needs to understand us. We're not after anything extra special.
Did you feel that when you first?
No, I think when you become that team that you want to be, is that you rely on the person beside you to get their job done. And moments show themselves. I mean, we sort of sit around and we talk about moments and how important they are, but you don't know what those moments are until they show themselves, and that's why when good players step up, they see those moments and they go for them. But you've got to wait for that to show up. He doesn't need to be anything special tonight other than do his job. We know he's a clearance beast. He's a great captain. Mate, he'll bring plenty of energy, and that's what we love about him.
Hey, we love the fact that you've always presented for us and you make yourself available. Just how are you going? You just got to check yourself. You look really calm, but we know you're the ferocious animal competitor.
No, I can't wait. But also recognise I'm the one standing on the sideline, not out in the middle. So just have to keep that in check just a little bit. As much as you want to be out there, you know your place, you know your position. And what I can do for them is just be really clear, be concise on the message, and let's get after it.
It's working, and it's worked beautifully, mate. And as we said off the top here, footy's great when the Blues are in action, and this crowd will be humping and jumping, and you're a big part of it. And we
Thanks,
thank you
lads.
for it.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Michael
Thanks,
Voss.
guys. Cheers.
We are going to take a break here and get the very latest odds from Sportsbet.